Hi there, my name is Diane, but you can just call me D. So today it's gonna be the start of a new series on my channel. I want to reorganize my Goodreads shelves. I had tried before to record a video doing so, but I just have so many shelves on there that it just takes me a while, so I decided to break it down instead and do a few episodes of those. I will first start reorganizing my TBR shelves. You're gonna see, but I had them separated in genres, but I think I'd rather separate them in whether it's a low, a medium, or high priority, so I can quickly go and check what next I could read and also move things around if my mood changes. Alright. Here I have my pick up next, which are the ones that I want to pick up next because I have them on NetGalley or because they are from my library, so I need to have them in my mind. So I will edit this one. First, let's see what else. So I've got a DNF shelf and a physical TBR bookshelf that I don't think I've updated in a little bit. And then I have my 2020, 2021 reads, and then my readers, so the books that I want to keep in mind for 2021 and the books I want to keep in mind for 2022, and those are released that year. Adult, middle grade, and young adult. Then I have audiobooks, which I don't know if I've continued with that, so that'd be interesting. So there's some like bookshelves I don't know if I want to keep, like the author read before, the book clubs, I don't know about that. But here you go, I've got my high shelf, so like I said, I had already tried to do that, and I've got my low and medium here. I don't know if I should keep those shelves specifically. I don't know. I don't think I will. But it's the TBR ones that I want to start with. First, let's edit the pickup next, just so I know what books I've got going on that I need to read. I just got approved for this arc on NetGalley, so I'm really excited. For today's video, I think we're gonna do the TBR thriller mystery section. We've got 30 books. I think it's a lot of books there to start with. Let me add that published. So, Marianne Lane and the Midnight Murder. The letter was short, a name, a time, a place. Oh, okay. It sounds interesting. It sounds like Agatha Christie, I was gonna say, and it just says it's a fresh take on the Agatha Christie style locked room mystery. So yes, for sure. So I will select high. What do you think? Should I leave the age or not? I don't know. Get rid of that, and I will get rid of that. Alright, the next one is Survive the Night. This is high on my priority list because it's by Riley Seeger, and I have loved the only 2 books I've read from him, and I definitely want to read that. So then I have The Burning Girls by CJ Tudor. So I read their last book, I believe, which was The Other People. I read that book. I think I enjoyed like most of it, or at least half of it. But the ending was like it was a bit going into the magical realism, and that's something I almost prefer knowing going in than discovering, if that makes sense. I did enjoy the writing. I did enjoy that, like, it was easy to read and it was fast paced. So let's see. An unconventional vicar moves to a remote corner of the English countryside only to discover a community haunted by death and disappearances, both past and present. and intent on keeping its dark secrets. I read a book that sounded similar that I absolutely hated, and it was Snow. I will try this because maybe CJ Tudor will be able to do something different with it and be able to. So I would say it's more of a medium right now, just because I have been so turned off by that previous book I read. Then The Silent House. If someone was in your house, you'd know, wouldn't you? Ooh, is this a horror? Oh, the Hunter family are death and don't hear a thing when a shocking crime takes place in the middle of the night. Instead, they wake up. Oh my god, no. The police call Paige Northwood to the scene to interpret for the witnesses. They're in shock, but Paige senses the hunters are hiding something. One by one, people from Paige's community start to fall under suspicion, but who would kill a little girl? Oh, for fans of The Silent Patient. I didn't find The Silent Patient okay. I did enjoy it. It's 3.67, so it's not great. It doesn't seem to have great reviews, so I probably put this one in the lower priority, and just because I would be freaked out reading this. Then Firekeeper's Daughter. I've heard a lot about this recently. Obviously it's a new release. I think it has a little bit of fantasy in it. It seems like most people liked it, so I think I will keep it as a medium priority, just because I don't know yet if I'm in the mood for something that's a mix of fantasy and thriller. Lost in the Neverwoods, well, it is on my TBR pick up next, so I don't think I will put it in anything else, but just pick up next. Open House, same thing, it's in my pick up next. The Haunting of Hill House. This is a pretty short book, I think. I had started watching the TV show, but I'm just so much of a chicken. I just can't do it. I'm too scared. It's almost like you were waiting for something to happen, and it's just like messing with your mind because nothing was happening. So I don't know if I can do it. I think it's probably gonna be a lower priority because, like I said, give me the creeps. The Poppy and the Rose is on my pick up next. No Exit is actually a book I'm currently reading. Alright, The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker. Congratulations, new kid, welcome to the afterlife. What if death is only the beginning? When Harriet Stoker dies after falling from a balcony in a long-abandoned building, she discovers a group of ghosts, each with a special power. Felix, Casper, Rima, and Leah welcome Harriet into their world, eager to make friends with the new arrival after decades alone. Yet Harriet is more interested in unleashing her own power, even if it means destroying everyone around her. But when all of eternity is at stake, the afterlife can be a dangerous place to make an enemy. Okay, well, this main character doesn't seem great. It's probably gonna be on my low priority. The Glass Hotel was a book I had heard a lot about. It sounded really interesting, but now I just completely forgot what it was about. So let's see. Exhilarating novel set at the glittering intersection of two seemingly disparate events: a massive Ponzi scheme collapse and the mysterious disappearance of a woman from a ship at sea. This sounded pretty interesting, so I think I will put it on the medium because I've heard some mixed reviews about it. Yeah, it has a lot of ratings and it only has 3.69, which is not bad. Alright, the guest list. That's the book from last year. So much buzz about this book. It's reminiscent of the And Then There Were None from Agatha Christie. It's gonna be on the low priority side for me. Oh yeah, 6 stories. That sounded really interesting. So basically it's 6 stories. It seems to be like 6 interviews that reveals something each time. And that sounds amazing. Honestly, that's definitely gonna be on my high priority. There's no question about that. The Punch Escrow. So it's already been half an hour and we're only halfway there. So The Punch Escrow, it's a sci-fi. So apparently we are now able to control aging and teleportation has become the ideal mode of transportation. That's fun. So Joel Byram, our smartass protagonist, I don't know if I enjoy a smartass main character, but whatever, is an everyday 22nd century guy. He spends his days training artificial intelligence and engines to act more human, blah blah blah. So he's pretty much an everyday guy with everyday problems until he's accidentally duplicated while teleporting. Now Joel must outsmart the shadowy organization that controls teleportation, outrun the religious sect out to destroy it. What? And find a way to get back to the woman he loves in a world that now has 2 of him. Okay, well, there's a lot of buzzwords here going for it. So yeah, it's gonna be on my high priority. Definitely. That sounds amazing. Are you kidding me? The Winter People. Oh my gosh, I've heard so much good things about that. Okay, so it's in a small town, which I love. There's this family who moves into this farmhouse that had a tragic past, and I guess some weird things are happening. I think it's gonna be on my low right now just because I can see that there's some paranormal going on, and it's not necessarily something I enjoy reading often in my thrillers. Hiding Place. Oh, it's by CJ Tudor. Okay. Ooh. I mean, that last sentence is catchy. Because for Joe, the main character, the worst moment of his life wasn't the day his sister went missing, it was the day she came back. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of chills here. I still want to read it, but I think it's probably more on the lower priority. I have to be a bit rough here, just because I tend to put a lot of things on my plate and then I don't end up reading any of them. So The Lost Man is actually something that I definitely want to read. I've always been intrigued by it, so it's gonna be on my high priority. Miracle Creek, isn't it a court thriller or something like that? First of all, it's in a small town, so it's always nice. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of good reviews. Okay, well, I think we'll keep it on high because it seems very intriguing and people seem to have loved it. So definitely want to jump on that wagon. The Winter Sister has a 3.66 rating. In this spellbinding and suspenseful debut, a young woman haunted by the past returns home to care for her ailing mother and begins to dig deeper into her sister's unsolved mystery. Murder. So that doesn't really intrigue me, so let me read a little bit more to see. Okay, I think it's probably gonna be on my lower priority because domestic thrillers or like family thrillers sometimes, like there are a lot of them and I don't want to have too many going at once, so I'll do that. Never Have I Ever. It sounded really interesting. So this book is supposed to be based on this Never Have I Ever game, but I've heard that the game is only like maybe just the beginning. It's not the whole book, and so that's why I was interested in it. But now that I know that it's actually not even most of the book, then I'm just not interested in reading this book anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Alright, so then we have The Last House Guest. Oh yeah, I had started reading this book on audio like last year. It wasn't bad, it was just not gripping me. I really like the small town thrillers, but I don't know, maybe I didn't push enough. I just read a few chapters and it was just kind of going slow. Yeah, I mean, from what I can see, it's pretty good, pretty average. So I will keep it for now, and I will put it on as a low priority. Reorganized? Reorganized? I don't know how to say that. This has a good rating. Oh yeah, I think that's when I was going through my phase of manners and like haunted house type of books. It's funny. Are we talking about a painting and we're personifying it? I'm confused. We're talking about the daughter and then we just switched to the dad. So basically it's a terrifying ghost story, an atmospheric slice of gothic, a brilliant exploration of the boundaries between the real and the supernatural, and a descent into the mind of a psychopath. Well, I mean, it's a gothic read. I'll probably want to check it out, so I'm gonna put it on my low priority list for now. The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, I've already read that one, so I don't know why it's still here. And also did not like it, as you can see with my 2 stars. Night Film, I have it on my physical TBR shelf, so I don't want to put it on any other shelf. The Darkest Time of Night, let's see. She used to be a secretary in the astronomy department, and she received messages from people desperate to find their missing loved ones who vanished into beams of light. Okay, interesting. So that's a sci-fi thriller. That's cool. I'm pretty into it. Let's put it in medium. Alright, we've got 4 left. So In the Woods, let's see, 3.77, that's not too bad. Oh, there's a lot of ratings too. Oh yeah, it's Tana French, duh. I guess I wanted to start reading Tana French, and that's the book I had chosen, but I don't remember what it's about. Ooh, I like it. I really like detective thrillers or detective mysteries. So I definitely want to read that. So let's put in the high. A lot of what has been marketed and pushed to readers recently has been, in terms of thrillers or mysteries, has been domestic or family related rather than detective. I really like the investigation side of things, so I'm all for having more of those. Oh, I've got Night House here, I can see already. I don't have any interest in reading this book. No, I'll just remove it. So, for The Homecoming. So it's a psychological thriller about how the people you've known your whole life can suddenly become strangers. Oh, that sounds scary. I'll put it in the low. It might sound a little bit too scary. I don't know. I can see that it says horror on the side, so okay, I'm gonna put it in the low and we'll go with it. And the last one I have is Craven Manor, and I remember really wanting to read this one, but I didn't do it. It has a 3.97, which is a great rating. I don't know if you can see a theme here. Once again, there is a manor or a house that looks dark and maybe haunted. So Daniel is desperate for a fresh start. So when a mysterious figure slides a note under his door offering the position of a groundskeeper at an ancient estate, he leaps at the chance even though it seems too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it's because it is. Anyway, alarm bells start ringing when he arrives at Craven Manor. No, the alarm bells should have started ringing way before that. Like way before that. The abandoned mansion's front door hangs open and leaves and cobwebs coat the marble foyer. It's clear no one has lived here in a long time, but he has nowhere else to go. Against his better judgment, of course, he moves into the groundskeeper's cottage, tucked away behind the old family crypt. But when a candle flickers to life in the abandoned tower window, Daniel realizes he isn't alone after all. Craven Minor is hiding a terrible secret, one that threatens to bury him with it. Okay, alright, I'm seeing some paranormal activity here. Okay, maybe some horror stuff. I was really excited to read this book, but I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm getting older and I'm getting less and less into stuff that scares me. I mean, I've never been into that in the first place, but I'm gonna still give it a shot, but I'll put it in my low priority. Alright, we finished this, so that's great, and I can finally remove that shelf. Alright, yes, awesome. Well, that just took me an hour to do, but hopefully you guys enjoyed and it turns out good, and hopefully we can continue with all the rest of my shelves for the TBRs. I've got a lot. The fantasy one is scaring me with 83 books, but we'll probably do it in 2 parts for that one. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that type of video, and let me know if you're excited for the next ones coming. Also, let me know how you organize your own Goodreads, and maybe I'll get some inspiration from you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more of those, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!